All right. Unfortunately, the show's about to get darker because we're getting even more grotesque with another man who's in some legal entanglements. Steel toe, Aaron Imholte.
What's going on with people?
Well, Aaron Imholte has been a naughty boy, and he's been talking about Kayla Ricada too much. He's been mentioning her too frequently on his program. Apparently, the judge in his revenge porn case was none too pleased with that. They told Aaron, keep her name out of your fucking mouth. And Aaron couldn't really do it. He didn't realize all the allusions to her that he made were kind of violating the terms he was under. So Patrick Melton was there on Wednesday, I think, reporting on what was going on with Steel Toe. Steel Toe tweets out, "Hey guys, no evening show tonight." He just kind of made it seem like I'm a little tired, a little tuckered out. So Thursday morning he comes on, and we've got a new Steel Toe. We've got a new Aaron Imholte. He's turned over a new leaf, and this is the show we're getting here on in, it seems.
Moving On is the title here.
Okay, yeah, well, that's what we have to do as a society. Not just Aaron. We collectively finally have to get over this Kayla Ricada stuff.
If you want to talk about anything yesterday related or anything related to anything going forward, here's what I will tell you. There are shitloads of people who are going to talk about it.
Hi.
Shitloads of people who are going to talk about it endlessly. Like it's all they have in the world. All right?
Seems strong.
Yeah. Didn't you just see our...
I don't know if there's shitloads. I can think of like 2 or 3 shows that'll talk about it.
Yeah, didn't you just see our King Azuli segment? Come on. It's not all about you, Aaron.
Right.
I will not. I will thank everyone who sent me very kind messages. Thank you to Cheetos, who's an absolute G, I think superstar of the day.
Cheetos, what he's referring to there is Cheetos is a guy who owns a bar, Stoney's. The bar he's always giving away gift cards to.
Mm-hmm.
Cheetos owns Stoney's. What a sentence. And I guess Patrick Melton and the Ricadas and some other NLO fans and whoever else was at the courthouse, they stopped by Stoney's after Aaron's court appearance, and they said, let's have a couple wobbly pops. We pop into Stoney's, we check it out. Aaron's always promoting it. Let's see what the fuss is about. And I guess Cheetos, the guy who's Aaron's calling an absolute G or whatever the fuck he said, Cheetos goes up to Patrick Melton and goes, I don't want pedophiles in my bar.
Only bikers.
Patrick's like, like he's lying about that, right? Like that's not. And Cheetos is like, what the fuck did you say? Like he's all angry at him. And I guess he kicked them all out of his establishment. They were the only customers in there in the middle of the day. And the savvy businessman that he is, Cheetos, had them all removed. So that's what Aaron's referring to there.
Mike, are you proud of your life right now? After those few sentences,
it's rough.
Have a big Weird Al concert I'm going to with my daughter on Saturday. I'm
Neat.
very excited. You want to...
Ooh, Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota. I bet he'd do that song in Minnesota. I'm just saying, I'm a big Weird Al fan. Anyway, sorry.
You want to watch some meme copium? Meme will talk about it. As far as I go, I told you yesterday, I'm burying my past yesterday, and I have. I've buried my past as far as I'm concerned.
Aaron has a tremendous amount of epiphanies and like retrospection. Like I feel like maybe once a month. Is that fair to say? Aaron will have he'll you know what I've decided? Big life change. Mm-hmm. Just totally revamping my life. Total makeover of my insides. I'm going to become a new guy starting today. It's amazing to have to come to that. Have that moment, seemingly monthly, where he's like, I've decided I'm burying my past. And the past he's referring to is sending Gino Bisconti a picture of a naked woman. I'm burying my past. He's Frank Lucas or something.
Again, if you want to talk about it, you are welcome to talk about it anywhere you want. If you send me money to talk about it, it will not get put up on the screen. It will not get read.
All right.
If you came here to harass...
But does it count towards the goal is the real question.
That's a great question, actually. Will any
I
of that
know.
count towards the goal?
And part of me thinks he's going to use that as an excuse to not count it towards a goal.
Wow.
And at the end, if he needs it, he's going to count it towards the goal.
We're gonna show you a little later.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna be worried about the goal for a little while. Don't you
Oh,
worry
don't
about
say
that pesky goal. It's been taken care of.
Oh, no.
Ask me
It's
about
all
any of
spoken
it.
for.
Okay.
You're totally free to do that wherever you want. My guys, just go ahead and
By the way, he's the victim now. He's like, if you're gonna go back a little bit,
Yeah. So,
this is where Aaron changes the tone of his show on a whim constantly. Where first of all, he's like, this entire case is about Aaron harassing a woman. Not for the first time either, by the way. But Aaron's harassing this, and he goes, "You want to come in here and harass me about my harassing that I've done?" It's like, well, I don't know. Pick a lane, Aaron. Are you the harasser or not? Are you this edgelord that like can take anything, or are you the guy that goes, "Don't come in here and harass me with that. I'm not going to tolerate that." And then he tells his mods, I've only been interested in Aaron for about a year, give or take. And in that time, I've heard so many different times, "Hey, mods, let the chat say whatever they want. Hey," I forget the phrase he used. It was like bulldoze the chat. Get them
clear
all
the
out.
roads.
Clear the roads. Get them all. Get them all out.
Yeah.
He said that. He said, "Let them do whatever they want. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no little pussy boy. I'm not some 9-year-old that Mike Catherwood is beating up. You know, I can fend for myself here." And now he's back on clear the roads, baby. Those highways are pretty luxurious right now. Headed to Steel Toe Industries.
if you came here to harass me about any of it, you're totally free to do that wherever you want. My guys, just go ahead and get rid of them. We roll with the people who support us. We roll with the people who love the toe. And for me, I got a fucking show to do.
Ooh.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Aaron, oddly, name-wise, Aaron is a Aaron Sorkin character, where he speaks in a way, like, if you watch Aaron Sorkin movies, which some I like, but you're like, no one talks like this. Like,
Okay,
Aaron Sorkin
okay.
always has this fantasy of someone having this moment. Everything is a moment in an Aaron Sorkin written piece. And that's also Aaron Imholte's life, where everything is this, he's giving this speech. Like, he's finally setting the record straight. And now it's going to be like this forever. And he's going to have to do this again in 2 weeks when he accidentally says Rekida's name or puts fucking Kayla Rekida up on the screen or does some other stupid bullshit that he's inevitably going to do. And then after that, he's going to be like, I was out in the woods with my family. And as I looked up at the stars, I thought about how vast this universe is and what a small part I am of it. And I said to myself, if I'm not making that little part better, what am I even doing here? And then he's going to fuck up again and call Kayla a whore or something, and then have to do another apology. It's just an endless cycle with this asshole.
It's like the what the fuck was his name? Never mind. Moving on.
All right.
Sorry, I forgot his name. West Wing. The cute guy on West Wing, or the handsome man on West Wing. He reminds me
Rob
of
Lowe.
that. Yeah, like walking down the hall on West Wing with these ridiculous points that no one talks about.
There you go.
He's very much Sorkin, yes. I like that you're a fan of Sorkin.
Nicholas, my golfing buddy with $10. Thank you, pal. Appreciate that. Nova.
Have you seen me, like when Justin comes in here and gives, like, donates, super chats, how uncomfortable I get with the idea of someone that knows me being like, here's a few bucks, buddy. Looks like you need it. Aaron's going to the golf course telling people to super chat his show, and he's not uncomfortable with that. He's like, hey, come on, send a few bucks for the toe. We got to hit the goal, right? That's not uncomfortable to him. This man has no shame.
No.
Kane, thank you for the $1. 265 away from today. Ooh, we're only like 15, 25 bucks away from the real fun parts of the goal.
Ooh.
We're in the 240, 230 neighborhood.
It's a range of fun.
265 away from today. Thank you guys very much.
265, I'm starting to have some fun. But when he gets down to 230, yeehaw, baby. That's when I really get jacked up.
This is odd.
Going. Harada becoming a steel toe bro. Thank you very much. That's going to put us at 260. Thank you for your membership, Harada. I appreciate it. If you like talking about the news, but you're utterly retarded and don't really understand it, we're the show. We're the news and the comedy talk show for the people too retarded. You know, if you're one of these people who watches like news stuff and after about 20 seconds of someone explaining it, you go, and you just kind of stare at them blankly so they don't know that you completely fucking lost the plot. Watch us. We'll take care of you.
That's an oddly accurate assessment of what the show is. I don't know if Aaron realizes he's done it. He's saying it's a show for retards.
Yes.
It is. And I don't think Aaron's like terrible at talking politics. It's just vanilla. Like I to be fair, I go through it at double speed and hit the 30-second button fairly often. But the little I do take in, he's not like inept at talking about political stories. He's just like, you've heard it before. It's just not that big a deal. But what's interesting is now that's all Aaron has. He's a political show now. He's not able to do, and he's vowed that he won't be a show that talks about the drama in his life. Maybe he'll talk about the Weird Al concert that he's going to, which will be, scintillating. I can't wait to hear that breakdown. Did he play My Bologna, Aaron? Yeah, we need to know.
Eat It. Did he play Eat It? I need to know.
I bet he did, and I can't wait to hear.
It's got to be the closer. Yeah.
Oh, and my daughter really liked it. Who gives a shit, Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's just going to be a boring political show, and it'll be fascinating to watch what Aaron does as this goal gets further and further out of reach, unless he has days like he did, because like I said, the goal taken care of for a little while. But I don't want to get ahead of myself.
60.
All right, next up is fun stuff.
Yeah, so 260, you hear him there. I guess what he means when he says 240 and 230 are the fun areas of the goal.
Yes.
I'm sure that needs no explaining to anyone. I'm sure you guys at
good.
home all totally get. But for any newbies, sometimes new people pop into the show, and I should explain to you, when the goal is $240 away, Aaron makes some joke about a bean dinner. Says it's too farty. Yeah. And then when it's 2:30, Aaron says it's time to go to the dentist.
Tooth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's fine as a throwaway line. You know, I have some fun like that as well. You know, who has more fun than us here with a little wordplay? But I guess Aaron does that every time, and that's what he's talking about. When he gets to 2:30, everyone has a lot of fun because he gets to make the dentist joke. And then the chat's like, oh man, Aaron did it again. This is crazy. So the reason I bring all this up is to say, what happens when the goal is at 260? The chat is craving for a little wordplay right now. They're saying, jeez, can we crack this code? And by God, the comedic genius of Aaron Imholte, he's done it again, folks.
All right, guys, our goal today is 260. There we go. I think that works. Today's goal is 260. Let's knock out 260. That's the goal when you guys just want to fuck me. All right, let's continue on. Again, thank you, Harada, for becoming a member. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Who's the cutest boy in the world? You're the cutest boy in the world.
What the fuck is going on in that clip, Mike?
I don't know. I really don't know. And here's the thing.
Oh boy.
Here's the thing with Aaron. Is like it's fun to make fun of that clip and everything. But here's my only real problem with it. Is if Aaron was that guy and true to that guy, like if Aaron was just openly a dork, like just a complete, hey, I don't give a fuck, uninhibited, if that was him all the time, I'm not even playing that clip. It's just like, oh, that's Aaron's sense of humor, whatever. My problem with Aaron is like last week we put a clip where he's like, if you like Karen, if you're interested in the Karen Reed case, you're gay. You're gay. The only way you're not gay is if you like sports. Sports are cool. True crime is gay. You're all little gay little bitches. If you're into true crime, you should like sports and be a man like me. That's my problem with Aaron is like, you can't be like the tough guy, the alpha male guy. He oddly wants to be, excluding the clips we played today, he oddly wants to be like King Azuli. He wants to be like an alpha male guy. But like he really thinks of himself that way. He's like, I'm a man and I influence other men to be like me. But at his core, he's that clip that we just played. He's just a dork, which it's fine to be that, Aaron. But don't then go on and be like, I'm influencing my audience to be these fucking men. We eat meat and chop wood. We're guys. We talk sports. And then you make jokes like, you just want to fuck me. Too sexy. What the fuck are we doing?
Well, I'm going to clip that. The next one here is called Big Moment.
Okay. Everyone, get ready. Because what you're about to see is unprecedented in steel toe history. It's a first. It's a big deal. And I hope everyone captures the magic the way Aaron does. He reacts to it very appropriately here.
I appreciate that. There we go. 250 is the number. Hey, throw in a little Streamlabs, a little PayPal, a little Venmo, a little everything.
Just a little.
Oh my God. I need to know what this is.
That's the reaction Stern had on 9/11. Where he's like, what? A plane hit the World Trade Tower? What the fuck are you talking about? Aaron sees something. He's like, oh my God. What is? Stop the presses, everyone. You guys, this is going to be great show content. I have more money than I did a few seconds ago. All right. Clear the roads, gang. We're going to spend the next 20 minutes on this because it's as exciting for you, the audience, as it is for me. So this needs to be really, really just worshipped. We got to cherish this moment.
A little everything. Oh my God. I need to know what this is for. Hold on a minute, guys. Stop the presses. Stop the show.
This is like if Nick Rekieta has passed away. Your only reason for getting up in the morning ceases to exist. That's the reaction Aaron should have. Oh my God. But what is it, Aaron? Tell us. Hello?
I got to see something.
Well, maybe say something. You're on a podcast.
Fuck all the haters. Can I get a free link on Rumble Friday? LOL. Steven with $800.
Wow. I like that Aaron could barely even get the words out. He's like, I can't even believe I'm saying this. Steven with $800. Wow. Now get ready for one of the schmaltziest speeches and pleas to the audience. This is and believe me, if someone dropped $800, you'd be, oh, holy shit, that's way too generous. Can we send that back to you? You must have made a mistake. It is worth acknowledging. But now the show stops, comes to a halt, to pay homage to Lord Stephen, the greatest man in human history.
Holy shit, buddy. Thank you. Here, let's do all of these for him.
They are afraid.
This is what you get for $800. Think of some things that cost $800. Try and imagine in your mind what you pay. Some people pay $800 for rent, depending upon where you live. Like that, $800 is a decent sum of money. What do you get for your steel-toed dollar when you contribute $800? Well, if you thought that Keith Olbermann was a good start, you're in for a real treat.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Let's do it for Johnny, man. We'll do it for Johnny.
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Worth every
Why
penny.
do they come to me to die? Why do they come to me to die?
Is that there.
They just keep going. They're out of context now. Don't even make sense.
Rambunctiousness and misdemeanor behind them. It is, ain't it, boys?
Yes, sir. It is. Oh, wow.
He loves
Holy
it. He's like, hey, repaid in full, my friend. You gave me $800. Here's your money back.
Deal done.
shit, Steven. Thank you.
Matter of fact, you might owe me a little more for what I just played.
Yeah, listen, I'm coming out a loser on this one, but you got the Ed O'Neill clip and the Elon Musk clip. I think worth every penny, wouldn't you say, Steve?
Yeah. Oh, brother, art thou isn't free over here. Love it.
For the $800, dude. I don't want to cry on stream.
He's gonna cry. He almost
What?
made a face like he was gonna
But-
cry.
Wait, what?
Yes, he made a face like his
Cry?
face twitched.
For what?
$800. I think I might cry. I don't know. I'm not gonna.
Why? To what end? What do you mean?
Someone
what?
loves me.
But they don't.
I know.
Evidently, if this guy is real, which people have speculated this didn't happen, that Aaron just made this up.
Oh, I
But
didn't even think of that. guy.
but if Steven is real, like he's an idiot. I think he's frivolously spending his money. But like he chose to do that. It's very nice of him. Why is Aaron crying? What is it? Why is that so important to him? That people give him money. That's the most important thing in his life. He said it numerous times. That more important than anything is that strangers give him money. And to me, it's like, why would $800 make you cry more than when someone gives you $50? Like they're all equally nice. It just means that guy can afford it more than someone who's giving $2. Like they're all equally generous. You know the phrase "every dollar counts," Aaron. Maybe when someone gives you an exorbitant amount of money, don't make the entire show about it, I guess is all I'm saying.
And with $800, man, and you getting like this, man, we need a screenshot, like the receipts, buddy. Like,
Well, he also I do believe, because you might ask why would he fake this? Because now the goal is knocked out through Tuesday. I believe my math is correct. So why would Aaron fake this? And the answer is because it incentivizes others. People say, 800, I'll give 900. And that's what Aaron's doing here. It's not this choked up, I can't believe what a great guy Steven is. It's look at the thank you Steven is getting. Don't you want that? Don't you want to be a good boy like Steven and do all your chores so I can pat you on the head and give you dessert?
and it has a nice effect of just not having to talk about the goal for 3 shows and looking like a winner for 3 shows. Yeah, I can see how this could be totally fugazi.
Yes. Yeah. It's odd that the name is just Steven. It's not a funny name. There's no last name.
And if you know you're Aaron, and if you know people hate you this much, like I'm saying, you're being, all right, guys, I know you're not going to believe this. Here, let me screenshot it. Here's the receipt. Here's the Venmo. $800.
Well, I mean, I get if I'll play devil's advocate here. I appreciate you finishing my sentence for me. Thank you. If I could play devil's advocate, I would say that Aaron may not want to give this guy's information out. Like if he sent it on
that's
PayPal
fair.
or whatever,
Not if you want to get more. That's
Right.
for sure.
And I don't want to talk about any of this anymore.
Okay.
But I will.
But and you know me. I've been at this game long enough to that people wanting to
Always.
laugh and chuckle and chortle and whatever at anything that happens with me does not bother me. It's totally fine. That doesn't register
Nice.
on an emotional level. What does register?
Good. It seems like
still
you
to
mention it
this
a
day-
lot for something that doesn't register. Seems like you bring it up every fucking day that other shows talk about you. He's going to be, it doesn't register to me. How do you know it's happening if it doesn't register? How do you bring it up constantly about these people that seethe and they're obsessed with you and you're the only reason they have to live? How are you aware of them if it doesn't register to you? You could say it doesn't bother you, but saying it doesn't register is just inherently untrue.
These locals think saying this somehow gives these other people power if they say, yes, they affected me. But it's actually just being honest, and people would identify with you more if you were just like, hey, this sucks. But they can't do that. They can't get out of their own way. I've noticed this
He's
a
about
lot.
to give a speech with the same fervor that like Martin Luther King had.
Oh, no.
He's about to give a speech about like mankind, and togetherness because someone gave him $800.
on an emotional level is the fucking support. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. because of the amount of support I've been shown.
Hold on, let me get this straight. The process that Aaron has had to go through at age 38, mind you, or 39, however old Aaron is. This is the process he's gone through. And it's like he's speaking like someone that has had a long battle with cancer and come out on top. You know, he's in remission now. Or someone that's had like a real struggle, like their parents died and they were on their own when they were very young. What Aaron's talking about is 8 months ago, he sent a nude picture of a lady to Gino Bisconti. That's the obstacle he's overcome and the growing process he's got. He's like, man, it really is unbelievable the support people have for me out there. And God, man, I just think of all the young kids out there that might learn from me, and now they're not going to send nude pictures of Kayla Ricada to Gino Bisconti.
Yes.
And I look and I think, I did that, you know? That's the mark I left on this world, is now generations of people will know not to send nude photos of Kayla Ricada without her consent. It's so powerful that I did that and I had that impact.
Narcissistic people tend to cry about themselves and their story a lot. My story.
There's a lot of that in there too. Like Stuttering John talking about how he's touched, he's reached all the kids in his class, you know?
Yes.
And if you want to clip this and you want to do 9 hours of content about how gay I'm being right now,
Thanks, Eric.
you can't hurt me.
But okay, Aaron. First of all, I'm not trying to hurt you, nor is anyone else, by the way. I don't think. But
Nick Ricada is definitely trying to hurt him. But
this is well, sure, yes. You know what? I'll grant you that. Nick Ricada is trying to hurt him. I think Nick Ricada, by the way, restraining order from Aaron Imholte.
Unbelievable.
So this guy that has moved past everything, it's not even doesn't even register to me. He's filing paperwork
Against a lawyer.
to fuck with Nick Ricada.
Idiot.
And I listened to Nick Ricada. I think Ricada said he has a 2-hour compilation of Aaron bringing up Nick Ricada unprovoked.
He was asking people to send in clips. Hey, send in clips if you got him. It got flooded.
The number, and I don't know that this is true, the number that Ricada threw out as the estimate of how many times he's mentioned him in the last year is
we gotta do
no,
over under.
No joke. Okay, over under. What do you think?
I'm gonna go a year. Last year, you said
From April 11th of last year. Yeah,
65 times.
I don't know that this is true. I didn't fact check this. Nick Ricada said 40,000.
That was a little off.
And this is a man, Aaron, who's like, I've just moved past it. You know? I'm over that part of my life, you know. But this is he's like, yeah, you guys can't hurt me. It's like, no one's trying to hurt you. We think you're a goofball. You're a funny goofball to make fun of, and that's where a guy like Aaron has no. It's why he's bad at this type of show. Like, he tried to talk about like Stuttering John and Chad Zumach, and that's what got him in this whole mess originally. Like, he's not very good at this because he's not perceptive. He looks at like this little piggy, Carl and Patrick and those guys talking about Aaron, and they're like, oh, they make fun of me because I'm gay. They think I'm gay. And it's like, that's your read on the situation? That they're just calling you gay? Like, that's what you think is mockable about you. We're like, oh, Aaron's so gay. It's like, no, there's a litany of other charges we're pressing against you. There's so much more before we get to Aaron being gay that is mockable. So he has no ability to diagnose what people find funny about him.
No, and then he'll use that. He'll be like, 260. See, all they talk about is me is gay. And
Right.
It's a shield.
but like what I think is
Weird.
funny about it, I can't speak for anyone else. But what I think is funny about Aaron is this grandiose self-importance that he has, where someone gives him money and he's giving a speech like, "Well, I came out of what's the Mike Schmidt speech? I came out of Toledo, Ohio. Is that where he's from? With 2 very bad knees and a dream to become a Major League Baseball player." Like, Aaron's talking about it like he's this underdog story that deserves celebration. That Schmidt thing is going to bother me. Tell me in the chat, where's Mike Schmidt from?
I'll let Dayton.
Dayton, Ohio. Yes, thank you.
That's Steve Holm. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, buddy.
Like, I'm tempered in shit at this point.
Well,
That shit can't get to me. What can get to me still
is money.
is after being railroaded out of radio, in my opinion, by people who were fucking jealous.
Okay,
how
so
much
to
we were-
recap, for those that don't know the steel toe lore, and I'm not particularly well versed in it, Aaron is now entrenched in a case where he's harassing a woman. That's what the crux of the revenge porn thing is, where he is essentially harassing Kayla Ricada, or at least that's the charge. What he's referring to, being railroaded in radio, is Aaron was fired from his job in radio for harassing a woman. So Aaron's talking about all this long, strange road he's traveled, this long and winding road, and he's come out better on the other side. He crawled through a river of shit, came out clean, because he went from harassing a woman in his early days, and now he has ended up harassing a woman. So there's a lot of growth with Aaron. It's really impressive what he's done here. And listen, I don't know enough about Aaron's kit, why he got fired from radio. I probably would have defended him just in the name of free speech. I don't know what Aaron did necessarily to deserve to get fired. But it is more proof that the court is looking for, that he's learned nothing in all of this. He has a real issue with women and never seems to learn.
It's really the Andy Dufresne of woman stalking, if you think about it.
Very much, yes.
Kicking the shit out of them.
Uh-oh.
And
Hope
after
he's not
being
talking about
able to
women
make
still.
this work here, after the entire weight of the world trying to push down on you and kill you.
Listen to this pompous ass.
Yikes.
The weight of the world. Like, how do you not feel douchey saying that? Even if it feels true to you, how do you not feel like a douchebag saying to these people that, by the way, like they're listening to Aaron while they're at their regular job, they're at a desk job, or they've got him playing while they're fucking working construction or something. Yeah, they're on a roof in the middle of fucking June, listening to Aaron, and he's like, "Man, I really have the weight of the world pressing against me."
Zelensky said the same thing, and it's like, is this too much? This is probably too much. Yes?
Kill you. And you telling them, fuck off, you can't kill me. I wouldn't have the balls to do that right in their face if I didn't have fucking crazy support like this. Honestly, after a day that was, it wasn't a great day, but there were a lot of positives that came out of it. Like, I'm done.
The day Aaron is referring to, he was jailed. That's what he was talking about. Mm-hmm. He went to court, and they dragged him out and brought him to a jail cell, albeit for a short time. He wasn't in very long. But that's what Aaron's referring to. He's like, hey, did yesterday have some dark spots? Like when I was arrested and my fucking trial was pushed back to October? That might have been a blemish on the day, I suppose. But what lifts me up is people like you. The good people. You're the wind beneath my wings. Boy, the insult that Aaron is giving these people, like, to strive to be the wind beneath Aaron's wings. To be like, hey, I took part in lifting up Steel Toe. Man, that is a sweet place to be.
Put it on his gravestone. Gave 800 when Aaron needed it most.
There were a lot of positives that came out of it. Like, I'm done. I'm finished with it.
It's actually not true. You have another court appearance October 2nd. So it actually is dangling over your head for a lot longer than you expected.
I got a nice cheese sandwich and a banana at the jail. That was fun.
Yes, that's a bright spot in the day.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear me say anything about anything. But then also, like, the fucking amount of my inbox filled with people.
40,000 starting now. Starting now.
Yay, Aaron! You really gave it to that girl when you sent a nude picture of her against her will. What are they supporting? Like, what? You're not Nelson Mandela, Aaron. What the fuck? What do you think injustice is being done to you? Aaron's like, man, the show of support that people have given me. Like Aaron's fucking Matthew Shepard. You know, he's a symbol for the cause.
Yeah, he found a market inefficiency. He's like, hey, no one's supporting this. Let me get over here and put my face on it.
Yeah.
Being supportive, filled with people who get it, filled with people who just, you know,
hey man,
said some
that bitch had it coming. You should send more nudes of her. That's what I think.
That nice titted bitch. Do you see the tits on her?
Yeah, fuck her. I hope Gino whacked off to her photo. That's the case we're talking about. This is not a case like some big human rights trial or no one's life is at stake. Aaron sent a nude of a lady. She didn't like it. So she said, "Stop harassing me." And Aaron's like, "My God, sometimes you just learn a lot about people when the outpouring of support comes out." We're like, "Aaron, you go ahead and harass that girl. Give it to her."
This is a crazy case that question could be asked in court. Gino Bisconte, after the said picture was sent to you, did you finish? Like that could be it.
I was listening to those guys, and I think Moody brought up the point where he's like, Aaron is going to keep having Gino and Kayla on his shows, and Gino's a fucking loser. I actually kind of hate that guy now. I've been on shows with him. He seems like a very nice guy, but the more I see of him, I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, he's a terrible broadcaster. I shouldn't say he's a loser. I'm sure he's a very nice guy. But God, is he poison on podcasts? And every time he opens his mouth, he's calling, like he'll say horrible things about like Kayla Ricada and April and all this stuff that Aaron legally can't be involved in. And he's still going to have those people on the show. So that'll be one of the most interesting things to watch, I think.
Keanu has the patience of a goddamn saint. That's what I think when I watch that stuff.
I'm sure she has her own problems, you know?
Oh yes. 100%.
Really nice things. And then people like Steven throwing fucking $800 at the toe just because he says, fuck all the haters. Just because he sees, the amount of people.
You hear that, Patrick? Fuck you. Here's $800 to tell you to go fuck yourself. It doesn't change Patrick Melton's life or Carl's or who are the girls? Pretty Antisocial?
Pretty Antisocial. They're in the chat. Hi, girls.
Oh, hello, ladies. I apologize for not knowing you. You're my favorite. But like that $800, Aaron's like, that's a fuck you to them. I don't know these ladies. Maybe you can confirm if you're in the chat. Was your world rocked when Steven gave that $800? Were you shattered? Were you brought to your knees weeping? My God, who could do this? Why would they do this to Aaron? Why would they support him like that? No one gives a fuck, Aaron. This is not a fuck you to anyone. It's just funny to laugh at you because of this pompous grandstanding that you do. You get on your soapbox and act like you're a martyr for this big cause. No, you're a guy who sent the nude. The lady said, "Hey, I don't like that. I'd like reckoning." It's not that big a deal.
You've convinced me, by the way, just because this is all way too rehearsed, right? Like this whole segment of appreciation, we'll call it. Like this wasn't just off the dome because someone gave 800. This was
spur of the moment thing.
No, not. He's checking script. You can see he's reading.
Well, maybe he was pondering it the 80 minutes he spent in jail. A man does a lot of reflecting when you're looking at those bars.
Mm-hmm.
Try to make their living off the back of the toe. And he goes, you know what? Fuck these people. Here's my, just you being nice to me and just you being a fan and enjoying the show is more than enough to make me feel touched. But then
it's more than enough. But I literally never do this just for that. I literally have never once stopped the show for 15 minutes to thank you guys for liking and subscribing and giving a thumbs up. I only do it when it's an unusual amount of money. But the people that give me no money, they're just as impactful. They mean just as much to me. I just never once acknowledge them.
In a date and a time I needed the most. Steve was there. How? Pretty Antisocial said they were rocked.
I can only imagine, girls. I'm so sorry.
Their eyes are still swollen shut. I don't know what that means, but it sounds
sorry that you had to deal with that. Well, they were crying so much.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Monetary number on that support is so far above, and it being that number is so fucking above and beyond I can't tell you how much it means to me.
Oh, do a
Did you ever
chargeback.
know
So,
that
thank
you're
you very
my
much, Steven.
hero?
I appreciate.
Mike, you know, if you do a chargeback on $800, oh boy, does that really fuck over the person? I'm just saying. MSO,
Well,
you got him.
It would really fuck him over because that money is spent in Aaron's head already. Like that money is already going to new golf clubs or whatever Aaron has something in mind, and that money has already been spent in Aaron's head. So yes, that would fuck him over tremendously.
Appreciate it. You're the fucking man. And everybody, and honestly, all of you, whether you're throwing in $800 like Steven.
Hey, you too, afterthoughts. You're just as important.
You're hitting thumbs up or even thumbs down. I found out that even if you hit thumbs down, that's an interaction and it helps the algorithm. Just hitting thumbs up.
Why did you search that?
And even if everyone hates my show, it actually helps me, believe it or not.
One day I was just thinking about thumbs down for no reason.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, why is he searching that?
I prefer thumbs.
It's never crossed my mind to look into that.
What does the algorithm say about this? I see a lot of these here.
Thumbs up. But like even the thumbs up, like that means the fucking world to me.
Yeah, I've never once acknowledged it, except in this moment where I kind of have to because I look like a greedy asshole. But
the shit-eating grin he has on his face right now. I just wish you could borrow my eyes. Man.
That might as well be fucking Ed McMahon showing up at your house with a giant check. Like that $800, Aaron is acting like it's life-changing money. And again, it's extremely generous. But to treat that like a guy who has $5 is some asshole, and the guy that gives you $800, he's a real hero. He's saying fuck you to the haters. Like to put more importance on that is kind of a douchey thing to do because these other people are in. I don't know Steven's name. I know.
No one does.
I know Gray Duckling, and I know Mussolini Diff, and the other chatters that support Aaron. Like those people are just douchebags now because they didn't make a one-time donation that has you stop your show to talk about humanity and how like. Yeah, I can tell everyone to fuck off because of Steven.
Guys, I have an experiment to do. Go ahead and donate $800 and watch us not do this. I mean, we'll care. We'll say thank you.
I'll thank you, and I'll assume you want your money back. I'll assume a mistake was made.
Yeah, decimal in the wrong place.
It's incredibly generous, and I think stupid if you give me $800. There's no need, unless you're literally looking to piss money away. But it would be very much appreciated. But again, I appreciate the people that give on Patreon every month. Like the people that have been day one subscribers have given way more to me than that, probably. You know what I mean? Through various avenues. So I'm very appreciative of them, but I can't stop the show every day and talk about how you should be like Steven and give me $800. That's crazy. And I don't know who it's for. It's not for anyone. Steven isn't enjoying this. Like, who's it for?
Steven's just money laundering or something.
Well, I mean, based on Steven's donation, maybe he is like, yes, I'm part of the toe today.
Part of the team. He is.
Yeah.
He is the W in the win for the toe today.
And knowing there's people out, a shitload of people out there who in life in general and in the world, they fucking get it.
Yeah.
I appreciate
That's
it.
what that $800 shows. Someone gave me $800, and what that proves is there's people in the world who get it, man.
Yeah, man, you just send a naked picture to your buddy of a wife that's not yours, and people get that that's just you changing. You're evolving.
I'll tell you what, Steven is definitely not a mentally ill guy who likes watching Aaron talk about Tucker Carlson. There's no chance it's that. It's definitely proof that he's a great guy.
Steven loves clips from The Outsiders. That's why he's here.
And hey, Steven, I don't mean to trash you, buddy. Pop over, send me $800.
Yes, no, we love Steven. Get over
You
here.
know,
What do you
we'll accept it, I guess.
Thank you, Optic, for the very kind text. He says, you got this, bro. No, you guys were unbelievable yesterday. Unbelievable.
By the way, he has the tote there, and Steven has $1,000 up there. So he's obviously given more than the $800, an additional $200.
Wow,
So,
what a hero. Yeah. Well, if you're Steven, you can't live. You like it to be a nice round number. You can't live with that 800. You're like, it's got to be 1,000. I have to put my mark on this and show mankind that there are good people out there. Some good people like Steve exist.
Gray Duckling coming in at number 2 at 133. So
Shout out Grey Duckling. I told you I know my
Thank
toe.
And then Crunchy at number 3.
you so much. Balls Deep with $2.
Balls Deep also.
Balls Deep getting in on the fun. That's good.
Walk Through Fire here is our last steel toe.
I mean, this is just more pomposity. This jackass.
Let's go to Imholte Shizzle
Sure. Why
with
wouldn't you?
27 months. Says $800 dono doesn't mean you have to stop begging. I do have to stop. Let's see. 800. Let's see. So we were at, so that's fine.
You're contemplating? You're contemplating whether or not you have to stop begging? Don't mention money for the next week. That's crazy. If someone right now popped in and gave me $800, the idea that I would then go, hey, but that doesn't stop the rest of you guys from donating. You know, like, hey, 800, that's from one guy. You guys didn't give the 800, so you still have money in your pockets, you know?
Well, that's from the Kevin Brennan School of Podcasting. If I made $1,000 in the morning, well, I'm coming back tonight to make 2.
Right.
That's
right.
what we do.
Smart.
Like, we're good through Monday now. At least Monday. It might be more than, I think Monday, maybe part of 2. So we're
You
good
know what,
for
Aaron?
a
I think you're
while.
right. I think part of Tuesday we've got knocked out. Isn't that exciting for all of us together?
Hold on, let me get my calendar straight on this. So part of Tuesday, okay.
So we get a day off Monday. Tomorrow is a holiday of sorts. We don't have to worry about the goal tomorrow. That's nice.
I'm sure he'll turn all the monetization off so we can just sit and enjoy Tucker Carlson, you know, without the...
Do me a favor. Text Craig, say, put your feet up, buddy. Tomorrow, day off. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
Aisle. Wait, no, we're more than that. Hold on. 2, 5, 7. Yeah, we're good into Tuesday.
Nice.
Thank you very much. For
Yes!
That knocks out a
Freedom!
shit fuck of goals. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of your guys' support.
But come Tuesday night, fuck all of you again.
Tuesday night, we're going to, come on. Steven's generosity only went so far.
800 what on Tuesday night? That's all?
You're incredible.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what's really great. And it's kind of a community thing. I'll give you a little example. I take my barrels out, my trash barrels out. And I can't see the number on our trash barrel. So I have to if I'm taking out the barrels, I have to take all the barrels out, all the barrels in for all the apartments in our complex. So I've sort of built a community. Now I've noticed other people doing that for me. They say, hey, there's a blind guy out here. Let's take his barrels in. I've built a little community. That's what Steel Toe has done. where people are saying, hey, Steven got us $800 ahead. Let me give some money. And then if I give $200, we're $1,000 ahead. Then we could crack. If I'm playing my cards right, we could crack into Wednesday. Then the next thing you know, all of next week is wiped out. There's no telling if people are generous enough. There's really no telling how far this community could lift Aaron up. And I think that's really wonderful.
Mike, does the skirt make you take out the trash?
Yeah. Well, hey, 2 months, I'm done.
Oh,
2 months. 2 months, I just have my own driveway.
Yeah. Make a burn pit out there. Just light it on fire.
Taking the trash out is a man's job, I would say.
No, that's true. No, that's true.
She does the housework.
Just a funny imagery for me.
I could walk through fire because of my children, my lovely girlfriend, my family, and you guys. Could walk through a fucking burning building. Timothy with $10 says,
I like his giggle.
Yeah.
I always like the
tickled
Aaron
himself.
giggle. Yeah, he really
Tickled
does.
himself with that one.
Hey, faggot, what's next?
Jesus.
thank you very much, Timothy. I appreciate that. It's just, look, where I come from, if someone gives you $800, you owe them at the very least gushing and actually a blowjob. You technically, where I come from, if someone gives you $800 and you don't suck their dick, you're kind of, that's gay.
Why?
In an odd, like, it's so, like, not doing the gay thing is so disrespectful that it's like a circle. It comes back around to gay.
A horseshoe, yeah.
In a weird way. All right, let's do this one. Is there hope for Minnesota?
That wit. Can Aaron ever turn it off, Just that sharp wit that he's got.
He really leans into the gay thing pretty hard.
It's a lot of, this is gay. That's gay. And he's like, if someone gives you $800 and you don't put on a schmaltzy speech, that's gay. Why? if you save a little dignity and say, "Sir, please, you don't need to give me that much money. Can I send it back to you, please? What's your Venmo? I'll send you that. That's too much. It's ridiculous. Please." That's what you do when someone gives you $800. You go, "Oh, come on, no, please, keep your money." You don't go, "Wow, I mean, I would walk through fire for you." Just meaningless, empty job. All right, Aaron, I'm lighting a fire. Take your shoes off. Let's go.
Go to blindmike.net for everything Blind Mike. Look at me. I did it. Krager's did it.